morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I have a really cranky little girl this morning. So today I wanted to take you on a little, I guess, day in the life kind of thing. We are post hunting, and though my husband's gonna try, okay, let me back up. So they had, I guess it wasn't like super duper successful, but it wasn't like horribly unsuccessful hunting trips. He goes, it's like a 10-day slot that they hunt for elk, and he went on the weekends, and then he took an extra day on the last weekend. Oh, okay. And he so he did not get any elk, but it's like a group of 7 families, and there were there were 2 people that did get elk. So we got 2 elks, and the way they kind of do it is everyone helps out. Like, you know, even if you don't get the elk, you're expected to help get it out of the field or wherever it is. And then you are like, you get some of the meat. Like, they basically, whoever shoots it gets the head for trophies or whatever. And then everyone that helps basically gets some of it. So we are going to get some. It'll probably be about the same as last year. It was like just under 50 pounds of meat, which is really awesome. So I'm really excited because, you know, elk meat is good. And so, so today is going to be kind of prepping for winter. I'm going to try to get my back deck cleaned up. I'm actually going to get my false decorations taken down today and just kind of getting ready, because we are going into super duper busy season with basketball for 3 kids, and then Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't know that I'm going to start. So we have Friendsgiving this weekend. I was planning on starting prepping for that, but I think I might save that for tomorrow and just get like my house put together today. So I have a lot to do. So I figured I'd take you along and kind of talk about what our plans are for kind of our winter plans, what we're trying to do with the barn, what we're trying to do with all our livestock, making sure that they stay warm this winter, and all those different things. So anyway, I got to get her dressed and probably fed, because she's acting really tired and hungry. I think we're cutting teeth still. So, and I'm going to probably grab myself some quick breakfast. I'm going to get started. Okay, a bit of a vulnerable video today. So basically I just showed you a quick video of kind of what my back deck looks like. This has been all summer long. Normally I clean this up every spring, and I get it ready for like kind of late spring when it starts to be summertime, because I like to spend a lot of time out here on my deck. But we've been so busy this summer, and I don't know, it feels like a lot of, I just don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I'm still dealing with a little bit of postpartum or what, but just we've had so much. I feel like we cannot seem to catch our breath this year. Part of it is my husband's job has been so unstable is not the right word. Like, he's doing fine, but he does not know one day or the next whether or not he's going to be asked to stay late, have to do. And so then for me, like, if he's staying late, my focus is the kids, so I don't get to like a lot of these extras. And normally by like September, I'm cleaning up this back deck. You can tell there's hair, there's shredded garbage bag from my dogs, there's chickens apparently thinking that my deck is a food spot. So so my goal today is to get all this cleaned up. This rug, I'm going to roll it up and kind of tuck it away for, I'll probably try to, I couldn't find my shop broom, so I actually have a rake. So I'm going to try to maybe rake off as much fur as I can and roll it up, put it away. These, we built their little bench and they have like storage inside of them. So I put all the like pillows and stuff inside there so that they are not, so that they're just tucked away. And then also we get sometimes like, we've gotten a few like furniture things of people that I feel like are just like, here, take this, we don't want it anymore. And I'm like, well, we don't want it either. So, but the problem is I don't have a trailer to put it in to take it to the dump yet. So that's something that I need to look into. But I'm probably gonna grab a big garbage bag and just start cleaning up a lot of the big chunks of gunk or whatever. I'm gonna put away all the stuff like my garden mat, my gloves, I see a couple on the floor here, and just put away everything that doesn't need to be messed with, so to speak. And then honestly, I'm just going to throw away as much stuff, and then I'm going to rake it up, sweep it up, There's a couple other things I need to clean up. I just want to get this whole deck cleaned up. I'm going to stack these chairs and kind of clean it up, put it all up against the wall, because it just rains a lot in the winter time, because you obviously won't be eating out here. So my goal is just to get as much stuff kind of tidied up and cleaned up as possible. And then hopefully, because we are very blessed to have such beautiful days in November. This is not typical. Normally it's pretty dreary and rainy. So of course the rain is coming back. So I'm like, I only have a few more nice days left. And I might even, as you can see, it did rain this morning, but it's supposed to be nice the rest of the day. And I do have a comforter that my son needed his comforter washed. So I might try to lay it out here to air dry in probably one of the more drier spots, maybe over here along this railing. So yep, I'm going to get started. The littles are in, I can see them in the other room watching a movie while I get this done. So my goal is to get as much done before the movie's over. So I have about an hour and a half, so we'll see how I do. Okay. I am really proud of myself. That actually went a lot faster than I expected it to. Whew, I'm a little sweaty. I was really working fast. So I think that probably only took me like 20 minutes. But I mean, I need to come back with the shop broom as soon as we can figure out where it is. I know it's got to be around here somewhere, but you know, things get moved around because we use it all over the place. And so sometimes it takes a while to find it. But I feel really good about the way the deck looks now. I kind of did move some stuff kind of around the corner, more undercover for storage for the winter. But this is how the deck's gonna sit all winter. You know, because we won't really be doing stuff outside until probably springtime. But I like doing this normally in September, or yeah, probably September. Like this was to me a little later than I wanted it to be, but the problem is like we've been so busy and I just honestly have just not been that motivated, and I need to, like, I'm trying to kind of get myself back to a more, I guess, baseline, figure out what my new baseline is after, you know, new babies, new school situation and all that stuff. So I'm really excited though, because we're still going to be getting some meat. She wants out, but it's cold out here and there's stairs without a baby gate, and I love her and I don't want her to get hurt. So I'm excited though, because my husband is going to try to maybe hunt on our property. So it's late deer season this weekend, and he is I guess we are in like a jurisdiction for, I guess, for deer that we can shoot any buck or doe because there's just so many of them. And so I think he's gonna actually try Saturday morning just to go hunt in our backyard area because we can. And if we can get a deer, we will learn, I mean, we will figure out how to process it ourselves. Because we're thinking, you know, the more meat, the better. I want him to be more successful, hopefully. And each year, I feel like he's learning more and more about like what kind of tips and tricks people use. And, you know, and sometimes you just aren't lucky, you know. So overall, though, I'm excited about this winter. I'm feeling a lot more like I can do this, a lot less overwhelmed because things are going to get busy, but you know what, it's going to be good. And we're also going to it's going to be a learning experience. Like I'm going to see like how well, and if it's just too much, then we're probably not going to do it again. We're not going to have all three in basketball again, you know. So I'm going to go back inside and hang out with my kiddos and kind of get the inside kind of tidied up a little bit. Okay, so I got baby girl situated. She's taking a nap now. She's being really fussy this morning. I'm guessing she still has working on her molars. They're almost, her top two ones are through, but her bottom ones are still kind of working the way through. So she's just, you know, going through a lot right now. So the next thing I'm going to start doing is I'm probably just going to do this and then one more thing to kind of get set up and ready for winter. Since I have time today, the weather's good, I'm trying to get done. So I'm gonna go through them in the laundry room. It is an absolute disaster in here. I do apologize, and I do not have time to clean all, but I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do a pantry inventory because I want to see how much of all the things that I have so that I can kind of have an idea of what we need to either stock up on. I mean, we're kind of beyond stock up time, but or just to see if I can make it through the winter. I have noticed some changes. So I don't cook with like cream and chicken soup as much anymore like I used to, so I have like a ton of it left over. So I'm going to go through and basically count up all that I have and kind of figure out like what I need or what I don't need. My hope is I have enough stuff here to get me through till next spring, because I feel like prices are normally cheaper on like canned goods come like spring or even like early summertime, because that's when I like to buy it. But like I said, I've been so behind on everything this year and I don't really know why. So I'm trying to kind of get back into that swing. So I'm going to do quick pantry inventory, and then I'm going to do a my freezer inventory, because we got our quarter cow, which I was really disappointed. So the whole story is I ordered, so the farm that we order from is in our town, and they had like a special running last year that basically if you put in your deposit for the next year, you get like last year's prices, which I normally like to get a Holstein. I don't care like what kind of cow it is. Some people are very into like only Angus and stuff, and Angus generally are nicer, like better meat cows. So I went for a Holstein, and it was going to be $3.50 a pound. And that's like hang weight before cut and wrap, all that. And so I put the deposit in last September, and basically roughly every September is when we try to get our quarter cow. So this year I got a call shortly before butcher date, and she was like, just so you know, we're all out of Holsteins, but we will honor your price because you signed up for the special. I'm like, okay, great, you know. And then obviously, you know, things would change. The prices have obviously gone up since then. So I ended up getting an Angus for $3.50 a pound, which they normally are selling for like $4.50 a pound at this farm. So I was kind of excited until I got my cow. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong. I mean, it's probably legally by the book, but normally the smallest quarter cow I've gotten in the past was like 157 pounds. So I was expecting at least that. I got 130 pounds. Now, obviously they're not overcharging or anything, but I just kind of felt like because I ended up getting that deal, and not to be rude, but it wasn't my fault that like they didn't plan. Like if there wasn't a if there was not a cow available for that time, because they already had the butcher dates and everything by September, then you know, obviously it's not my fault. But yet I feel like they kind of sold me like the lowest amount of meat to count as a quarter, because they were obviously not happy that they were losing money on my order, which I don't feel like that was my fault. So I was a little frustrated. So we're actually looking at not buying from that farm anymore. Like there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with what they did. It just felt a little kind of, I don't know how the word is, just a little bit like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know what the word is. Just, it didn't feel right. It felt like they were almost not really taking advantage of me, because obviously they didn't, but I also kind of felt like they were taking advantage of me, if that makes sense. So we've decided, we actually have a friend whose aunt raises cattle, and it's more of a friends and family thing. So we're going to try to get in with her and get a quarter cow from her next year, or maybe even a half a cow, depending, because you know, every year like the prices are going up exponentially, and I mean, I know feed's going up, so I'm hoping to maybe save a few bucks with kind of going with the friends and family. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to get ready to work on my inventory and kind of see how we come out on that. I'm all sweaty. So I finished my pantry inventory, and I think the kids have early release this week, so I think that's all that I'm going to be able to get done today for preparing for winter. So I'm planning on maybe not today, if I can maybe find the energy, because this afternoon I'm going to be deep cleaning the upstairs with the kids. I'm going to make them clean with me. Basically, we're going to clean up the upstairs, get it all vacuumed, get all the beds, everything all tidied up. And then I'm going to clean up downstairs, and I might actually take my fall decorations down. Well, did I tell you I was going to do that, and then I decided to work on the outdoors. So kind of what I have discovered is that I do not use a lot of like cream and mushroom, cream and chicken soups like I used to. And I bought like a ton, probably about a year, maybe a little over ago. So I am going to either go through, and when I start making January, because I've already made December's monthly meal plan, and I might like do some tweaking to it to use up some of this stuff, because I'm thinking I don't need like 24 cans of cream and mushroom, cream and chicken soup at a time. I'm thinking I'm going through about 12 cans a year. So I'm trying to, I think in the beginning we kind of got into a bit of a prepper type mindset when, you know, COVID, it was kind of the end of COVID and everything was so unknown, like what was going on. The dog's barking at all that stuff, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is. Barking at the neighbors, are you? My deck looks so nice. See how clean it is? I feel so good about that, because that was something I've been battling, trying to get done for, I'm not even joking, like 6 weeks or so. So I'm going to be doing, kind of revamping my meal plan. I want to convert my, I guess, prepper mindset into more of a rotating stockpile mindset, because the problem is, I think in the beginning we're like, oh, let's just get a bunch of stuff because we'll have it if we need it. And the problem is we're not using it, and I don't want to waste it. So I might go through, and depending on how much I have, I might donate a bunch to food pantries this winter for other people. And then I can just focus on like the things that we actually do buy. Because the thing is, you're wasting money if you're not going to use it. And that's kind of what I feel like we've kind of run into. I'm trying to be more mindful about what I have in my pantry while I'm making my meal plans, and also being mindful of like how the seasons affect like what we make. And then just trying to be more like efficient, or more just using up everything we have, you know. So I'm kind of thinking we might end up doing some canning meat. I might try to do that when we get our elk back. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work though. I'm a little nervous. I've never canned meat before, but I want to try, because I had a friend who basically, she makes like elk stew or elk steak, and then you can it all up, and then you pour it over like a thing of rice, and that's a complete meal kind of thing. So I'm looking at doing stuff like that, and kind of getting more like, I just want to feel, I want to have some more like quick, easy, but healthy meals this winter, especially because if we're going to be doing basketball practices, games, all that stuff, there's going to be a lot of times we're going to be running around. I want to have either meals that can either be thrown together in like 10-20 minutes, or I want to have meals that like we can pack with us. So they might be doing a lot of sandwiches too, who knows. I will talk about that as we kind of get into that season, and kind of explain and maybe like show you what we do. Maybe it can be encouraging to you. But I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I've gotten a lot accomplished this morning. I'm ready for, like, the outside I feel is a lot more ready for winter. There's still stuff that needs to be done, but it's stuff that I can't do. So I'm trying to do everything that I can. And when my husband's schedule calms down a little bit, I'm going to ask him to help with the rest of it. So feeling really good, but I'm going to go ahead and get off here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you have any ideas about like what I could use, what I could make with some of these like excessive like creamy chicken soup, cream mushroom soups, I would love ideas in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.